Hey there folks, and welcome back to the I Am CDB project. Of course, I'm your host CDB. You are not, and today we're going to have another look at the Defender razor, which is for the dome, or at least that's what I'm going to use it for. And I'm going to tell you my observations having used it over the past couple of weeks. And of course, it's natural to compare it to the Headblade, which is very, very good as well. This one is the Moto. So far, my opinion is on this one is a little more efficient. This one is more agile to use. So we'll talk about that as it goes. Let me just get some water here and apply it on the dome, and we'll get to lathering up. I'm going to be using what I use to shave the face today, which is the Razor Rock Triple X here. And we'll just show you a little bit about the Defender. Again, I have not read the product documentation for the Defender deliberately, because I like to try things as close to blind as I can. Sometimes I see a little bit about it, but I like to just use it and sort of just tell you how it's working when I'm using it, rather than spouting back what the manufacturer tells you. That's just my way. You may have a better way, but this is my particular way of doing it, and I hope that works for you, or at least as a viewer. Hope you appreciate that. So anyway, the Defender so far for me, I have found it to be, it feels to me to be a little more efficient than the Headblade. Where I think it falls a little behind is on agility. It doesn't feel quite as agile, but it does do a really good job, and I've been using it, and it works very, very well. Let's rinse that off. And the blades are separated quite a bit more than the Headblade, and so that might aid in it not clogging quite as much, perhaps. I don't know. But I tell you, it does feel good. I mean, it works well. It feels quite efficient. I think it just a little, some people say efficient, some people say aggressive, and for my money, I believe it does a little bit better job of removing the hair than the Headblade. The typical, now keep in mind, you can buy different blades for the Headblade, and this one here is there, looks like 3 or 4 blade version. So maybe if I had a Headblade with 6 blades, maybe it would be more, I don't know. But this one only has 3, and it seems to do a really good job. I mean, I can quickly in the morning get a head shave in, and it feels pretty good actually. So if you're interested in trying it, you can check it out. I don't know anything about the company, don't know who owns it, have not made contact with the folks at Defender. It has a place for another blade, but I'm only using 1 blade. I don't see the point in using 2, but I'm sure you could go back and forth or something. I don't know. I'm not interested in using it that way. I just want to use it similar to the Headblade so I can compare. And I think it does a really good job. So it's a viable option, in my opinion. It's not anything that, is just terrible and you should stay away from. If you're a head shaver and you like these sort of blades, it works, at least for my money, it has worked fairly well so far. Let's do a quick, yeah, it feels pretty good actually. Not bad at all. We'll go ahead and we'll, on the second pass, we'll use the Headblade to see how it feels. I definitely think the Headblade is more agile. It just feels more natural to use in your hand, more mobile, but the Defender does a really good job, I have to say. So if you've been on the fence, it's like, well, I want to see, someone use it and see if it's any good. It appears to be pretty good. Cost-wise, I don't know what it costs. I haven't researched it again. I've just been using it. It was sent to me by Inspector for Nicola, so I've just been using it since he sent it. And let's see how the Headblade feels now. Yeah, I must say the Headblade just it just feels a lot more agile. It's not as cumbersome in your hand, is one of the things that I noticed about the Headblade. It just feels a little more agile. I would say, in my opinion, the design of the Headblade, just for my money, you know, makes it appear, I mean, it just feels right, and it's got some flex in there. This one has some pivot too, but the way the Headblade rides, I think, feels better in the hand. So as far as actual use, I think it feels better for me using the Headblade. In efficiency, I'd give it to the Defender, just, you know, based on what I've been trying to do, or excuse me, based on my utilization thus far. This guy just, it feels more natural, and maybe it's because I've used the Headblade more. I think also where Headblade shines is in their products. Their stuff like Head Slick is very, very good stuff. It's latherless, but you can lather it if you want to. You don't have to. You can just slap it on your head, and it's very, very slick, and it'll work quite well. And so I think both of these razors work pretty well overall. But again, I think I would break it down, like I said before, in mobility and feeling natural, I give it to Headblade. In efficiency, let's get that rest count. This guy, I think, is a little more efficient, but you can, of course, make your own judgments. Try it for yourself, but I would say the Defender's, you know, it's worth a shot if you're interested in that style of blade. Some people have no interest in these sort of blades whatsoever, and if that's the case for you, that is okay. But I find they both work quite well. Don't know what the price difference or anything like that is, but they both work well, I will tell you that. All right, let me rinse and we'll come back and close this out. Stay tuned. Now, typically I would come back and use, of course, our Thayers and all that, but I'm gonna take a shower, so I'll put this on after shower. No need to rinse that all off. As far as these two guys go, again, efficiency, Defender, and again, it has that ability to put that second blade there if you're interested. I'm not. Mobility, ease of use, design, I would give the Headblade, and of course their Head Slick product is phenomenal. So just my opinion on that, folks. I hope it's of some value to you, and if not, thanks for watching anyway. Thanks again. I've been your host, CDB. You're not. God bless.